Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right, shall we?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Mona Lisa Monroe Morning Show, honey. Grab your coffee and some tea because today, hunty, we got the Love Is Series Part 2. Yes, and just like I promised, we've got some awesome couples to talk about love and marriage and all that good stuff. So before I go into it, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. Just like the commercial says, we got everything you need, hunty. Now, all that being said, please help me introducing the couple, baby. Let me tell you something. I be trying to catch this couple because they be gone. They be like straight gone, out of the country gone. But let me bring them on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, I tell you, I'm one of y'all's trollers. I'm like, where they at now? Because they travel and they be gone. I'm like loving every minute of it. So where did you guys? Okay, let's slow down. Woo! Please introduce yourselves.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy Holman. I am the wife of Shannon Holman.
I love it.
The final installment.
That's exactly how you introduce the wife of. Well, you know how we do it here. We gonna jump right in because I don't want to waste a moment with you guys. Now, I do have a question from the audience already. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how did you guys meet? We always have a story as wives, and then the husbands always have a story. So which one of y'all want to start the story first?
I'll let him tell the story.
Well, I was looking for my brother, and he was on Facebook. I couldn't find him anywhere. So I reached out to two of our mutual friends, which one was our cousin and one was this lovely young lady sitting next to me. And so my cousin said she couldn't find him, and Tammy said, well, I'll look for him and I'll get back to you. So she did. And she bakes cakes. So I said, so I ordered a cake from her, and I asked my brother when he did call. I said, who is T Renee? He said, oh, that's Tammy. She's a sweetheart. And then he went back and told her, my brother interested in you. And then she's been stalking me ever since.
I told you it was always two stories.
Always two sides of the story.
Okay, so Tammy, what's your side of the story?
So all of that is correct, except for the last part. So the last part, he would kind of check in after, we made contact about his brother, and his brother talked to him. And then, he finally sent me his number. He was like, call me anytime.
Yes. Call me anytime.
Yes. So we started conversating, and then we finally went on our first date, and then the rest is history.
Wow. Okay, so next question. Would you say it was love at first sight when you finally started the electricity going?
I wouldn't say it was love at first sight for me, but when we met that first night and we went out and we went to Forsyth Park and we had wings in the park. He was
Wings
like,
in the park.
Yes, yes. It was late. We both had other things we had going on during the day, and so we finally got together that night. And he just kept looking at me, and I remember in the park, he said, "I just want to take you home to my family, like meet my family."
Wow!
Night, yeah.
Shannon, what was up with that?
See, you remember what you said, that there's two sides to every story. But her side is true.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So what would you say for someone? What would you say to someone who's looking for love? Wow, that's a deep one.
Okay, I'll start my answer, and you can answer whatever your answer is. Okay. I'd say not to look for love. I would say, as a woman, be very confident. Be confident in yourself. Carry yourself in a way where you're not supported or looking to be supported by a man.
Right.
When that particular man finds you and can respect the person that you are by yourself, that's the person you should allow to have your time to see if there could be love in a relationship. You know, sometimes our eyes catch someone and then we're in something for the wrong reasons. Right. So you really have to learn a person, become friends with a person. It may not be love, and it may not even be love at first sight. You know, sometimes things have to kind of grow on you, but it's right. But know who you are, be who you are, live who you are confidently, independently. And then once you are in a good space for yourself, when the right man recognizes that, show some interest in that man, not just any man.
Yeah. What would you say, Shannon?
So, you know, we had some funny conversations about. Well, let me just say this: she got a Brahmin bag for Christmas, a couple of them anyway, and it was kind of funny because she didn't really care for purses and things like that. But now she loves the Brahmin bag.
I like diamonds.
Oh, I know.
But the funny thing was, so you know, she was kind of just like, now every time she's throwing hints about Brahmin bags. So I'm like, did you hear T.I.? T.I. said the woman that asks for nothing gets everything, and the woman that asks for everything gets nothing. So she starts to beg, but now I'm just playing with her.
Wait a minute. You know what? Wait, hold up. I like that. Shannon, did you make that up? Because I like that quote.
No, that's T.I. No, that was T.I. That was T.I. I stole that from T.I.
T.I. Oh, I love that because that is so true.
Yeah, but you know, but when you're looking, you know, to say to someone who's looking for love, be patient. Be patient. You know, take your time, and you know, people make time for who they want to make time for.
That's right.
And you know, so I found myself wanting to be around her and spend time around her. And she was a good person and so she was genuine, and she has never, you know, 5-6 years later, she has not deviated from the time that I met her. Other than now she wants Brahmin bags.
But he created that. He created that.
He created that. We've got a lot of people on Facebook chiming in, and I want to sort of go back and forth. So we got beautiful couple. We've got people saying yes. I hear you. So yeah, that's good stuff. That's some good stuff. So, you know, for me, what were you looking for? Okay. Were you looking for a mate? Were you really ready? Wow.
Can I start?
Sure.
So on that part, I had just gotten out of a bad relationship, and I really wasn't really ready for a relationship. And what I was looking for more than anything, I found in Tammy, in that we could talk, we could laugh. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
I would say silly stuff. She'd laugh at it,
yeah.
and so this the humor and the friendship and the camaraderie that we
Mm,
had between the two of us. We just had fun, and it wasn't really, I wanted someone who could travel. I wanted someone who was flexible, who was beautiful, who was nice, who earned their own way. You
I
know,
know that's right.
because I mean, I earned my own way, and I wanted someone who could earn their own way, and then we could meet in the middle and make that thing, go to the top. So, um,
Wow.
but I wasn't really ready. I just kind of, we just went with the flow, and we just had a good time laughing and joking and just spending time with each other.
That's good. What would you say, Tammy?
Okay, so I'm going to piggyback off of that first, and then I'm going to go into my answer. He realized he had a good thing, and I don't think he was willing to let that go.
Good morning, Melvis. Man,
and
I heard that.
I have good credit. So, ladies, you need to vet all of these things when you're seriously interested in a man, or if the man is interested in you, because you need to know what you're getting yourself into and what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do.
Wow.
But looking for a mate, I like to start off saying we both have been married before, so we're not children. We've experienced life. We've experienced relationships. So at this point in time, it doesn't take a long time to figure out what you really want and what you will deal with and what you won't deal with. Once again, when you're comfortable in yourself, because
Yeah.
I was not looking, ladies. I was single, and I was for real single. I did what I wanted to do with
Yeah.
who I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. So
Right.
I wasn't looking, but when this man came along and we just had so much fun together, he took the time to spend with me. He didn't try to keep me a secret or anything like that.
That's
I
good.
felt like, yes. And I felt like, I was the only woman in the world. That's how he made me feel. So
Wow.
so that's my answer. It's just, how a person treats you. And if they're not treating you right and you can't talk about it, or that person isn't receptive in your feelings,
Yeah.
really need to consider it.
And Mo-
What you're getting into.
and Mona Lisa, could I say one more thing? My
Sure.
friend, my friend Frank said, "You better marry her." So I took his advice.
You better get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at this point in time, life is short. It doesn't take, and I'm just speaking for myself, I've been in relationships, I'd say maybe like for 6 years, it didn't go anywhere, things like that.
Wow.
But when you have a person that you enjoy being around, and you're just kind of inseparable, you just kind of go with it, it's right.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. You guys have said some key things, and I love the fact of, before you get to looking or before you call yourself, jumping into something, you have to be ready. And when I say don't look for it, I mean that. Don't look for it. Just work on you. And we were saying that on the first show. When you start working on you, you'll be surprised they'll come around the corner quicker than you know it. But
Exactly.
you just have to make sure you on the straight, you cool, and it don't help that, it don't hurt to have good credit.
That's right.
Hey, Mona Lisa, and now I get good credit.
And I'm gonna be real. You better have a job. You better be sustainable. You know what I mean? Real talk. Why would you want to invest in someone and you're barely standing on both, 2 feet yourself? You know what I mean? Come on now. Let's be real.
Exactly. Because in dating, I would guys would say, well, I want to take you out. So I'm like, okay. It was like, well, you're going to have to drive because I'm like, no, you're not even going to ride in my car at this point. No. If you don't have transportation, I'm not coming to pick you up. That's just not going to happen.
Oh
because,
my gosh.
Yeah, that's just
You
not.
ain't going to talk. You wouldn't talk to somebody on the public trans.
Yes.
And that's real. That's real. I have to say that is real. So how long you guys been married?
September will be 4 years. September 16th will be 4 years.
And is this you guys' first go round? This is your first marriage?
No, this is my second.
This is my third and final.
Okay, I heard that. So, how it goes. The great stuff is the part that everybody sees or whatever. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. When you guys have a disagreement or whatever, how would you say you handle that?
Well, I think we have different styles. If there's a disagreement, I want to talk about it. I want to try to get to the bottom of it and be done with it. But he, on the other hand, he can tell you how he responds to disagreements.
I like to retreat to the other end of the house and cool off.
Yeah. I think that's a man thing anyway.
I just like to retreat, if I go get in my truck or just go to the other end of the house, just to kind of cool off and collect myself before I can come back to her.
Yeah. Have you guys had a big knockdown drag out in the 4 years you've been together?
I think we've had until he came to his senses.
But that's the thing about relationship. That's the thing about relationships. Honestly, you're going to have disagreements and you're going to have knockdown.
Yes.
It's just, I think that it's how you come through it. How do you get through it? How do you come back? And usually, it'll start with a question. She may ask me a question, or I may ask her a question, and basically that's I'm sorry. And that's kind of how things start to get back to normal. Because we do on occasion, but I'm not going anywhere, and she's already told me she wasn't going anywhere. So we're gonna knock down and we're gonna come back together. We're gonna build it back together. Period.
Yeah, and it's far in between. I will say, it's far in between.
Yeah, and I say, I say the same thing. You guys, just like us, right? We're gonna have disagreements, and a couple that says that they never ever argue. I don't know. Maybe they're not considering a discussion, a heated discussion or passionate discussion, an argument. But I just feel like with two different people coming together, you're going to have some traction. You're going to have some type of some tension there, at least once in a long relationship. What do you guys think, right?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. Because she's strong-willed. She's strong-willed. I'm strong-willed. She was single. She was, she took care of her children. Now our children. She ran her household. She did everything. She serviced. She had her car service. She, did the things that she had to do as a woman, as a woman. And so I've now began to understand that, it's almost, 4 years of marriage. I'm starting to understand that a little bit better about her, and that's what she did for the period that she was single. So
yeah. And Tammy, for you, was it hard to go from independent single, and then next thing you know, boom, you have to sort of talk through some things before you make some major decisions?
No, I'm good about talking about things before making decisions. But on the other hand, he still struggles with that, about not consulting his better half
Before he makes decisions.
Yeah.
And we have a rule. We have a rule, and I can honestly say that I'm pretty bad about breaking the rule. And I think the rule is it $300 or $300 or $500? We can buy whatever we want, $300.
Yeah.
I think it's 300 or 500, one of those two. And we can buy whatever we want. But then when we get beyond that, then we consult each other. That's the way it's supposed to be. So I done bought two. Well, I bought a car. I bought a car one time. She said, "Oh, so when you taking it back?" So that was the first time. But she was right, and I took the car back, and that was fine. But yeah, we have to have some boundaries. We have to have some rules set in place up front. So
yeah. That's true. I mean, setting boundaries there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries and setting perimeters in a marriage. I mean, it's just like a child, and we're not children, but it's just like a child. When you give a child some standards, some boundaries, some perimeter, then they'll know how far to go and whatever the situation is. I mean, same thing. If you let me go willy-nilly, I will go willy-nilly. It makes sense.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So what do you think the key to marriage is? Ooh, that's a good one.
I would say don't look for the perfect man. Husbands are not perfect. Wives are not perfect. There's going to be some give and take. There's going to be some things you're going to have to live with. You're going to hate them.
Man, you're going to be so mad.
You're going to have to learn to become unbothered about a whole lot of stuff.
Wow.
And just let it roll. Wow. And just let it roll. And I think another key would be open dialogue. Not trying to keep secrets or do things that may come up to haunt you later.
Ooh. Yes.
My husband and I, we're very open. And we spend time with each other a lot of time. I have to make him go to work so I can do the things that I need to do. Because otherwise he'll be right here with me and then I'll be behind in what I need to do.
I told you I wanted a sugar mama.
I was gonna say, Shannon, what you say to that? What do you say to that?
Honestly, I think that the key to marriage, first and foremost, and I'm surprised my wife didn't say this, but God is the key to any marriage. Successful, God is key. And and trusted and having faith in God. I think that's a key, that's a major key. But for me personally, beyond God, I like humor. I love when my wife laughs at just the silliest things that I say sometimes, and when it really tickles her, it really does my heart good because I love when she's laughing. Oh, look at Mr. Monroe. Good morning.
Good morning.
But, of course you are, honey. He's finishing up on how important God is. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah. But God is important in
nobody.
marriage.
I'm just coming in,
I'm gonna introduce you after he finishes.
Yeah, I deserve an introduction.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what love does. My brother Holden, Sister Holden, right there.
You see how he just take.
That's how love does.
The Gary Monroe show.
Well, go ahead, brother. Let's hear.
Yeah. But we were just talking about God, being an integral part of any relationship, and then I was just alluding to the fact that I love humor. I love for her to laugh, and I love for her to smile, and those things just make me happy to know that she's happy. So.
And I like to say, I didn't mention God because God is so much within me that sometimes I don't mention it because you'll just know it when you talk to me or or interact with me. But another key thing to marriage is deliberate. Decisions are deliberate. Anything you do, you need to just take a few seconds and think about what you're going to do before you actually do it. And that's a great key to marriage, because we all make decisions. You either going to make the right decision or the wrong decision. And some people say, well, I don't know. But if you really believe that, you'll tend to make the right decision, because you'll realize the impact of those wrong decisions.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. That is so true. All right, so honey.
Yes.
Introducing Gary Monroe with the Love In series.
It's flatline, right?
My husband,
Gary
Monroe.
This guy, Gary Monroe.
My husband, Gary Monroe.
That's all good.
So,
see, that's what love will do. You know, you start loving somebody, then that is, this is my husband, Gary Monroe. But everybody, this is my wife, Mona Lisa Monroe. But it was just the opposite when we got married. Bishop Farrell said, say my vows. Brother Monroe, what sayest thou? I do. Then he said, Mona Lisa was like, what? What you say?
I do.
I do.
I said it really loud. Everybody in the church house.
Exactly. I still get kid about that today.
So, honey,
yes.
Let's see, what would you say it was love at first sight for us?
Was it love at first sight? Well, given the dynamics, and how we were introduced, so you knew, to a degree you were coming into an opportunity whereas you're meeting someone. But whether it was love at first sight or me first seeing love when I laid my eyes on you. me loving what I saw, or me loving what I saw when I laid my eyes on you.
That's true. That's very true.
I said, I like what I see. I don't know if it's love at first sight, but I like what I see.
Okay.
Which was critical to me, and I joke about it. Because, again, we were introduced. Mm-hmm. And I was privy to the introduction that a young lady was to be invited to my friend's birthday party, and, I always joke about it. It says, they were telling me, priming me, because we're talking about the God element, and they knew I was a man of God. So they're priming me, So check this out, Brother Holman. They're telling me, oh, she's a woman of God. She loves Jesus. She goes to church. She gets her dance on. She speaks in 5, 10, 11,000 tongues. And so I just sat there and listened to all of that. I said, well, okay. I said, well, is she pretty? Is she jazzy? Does she have some pizzazz? I said, she's sassy. I said, because, she gonna have to shine because I'm gonna glow.
Okay.
Right? So, while I'm laughing while we say that was relevant to me, because I'm like, hey, I can save her, but I can't be pretty.
Okay,
so to my point, I love what I saw.
Thank you, baby.
When I first saw you.
Okay.
It was all good.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah. Now it's love at first sight every morning.
So were you looking for a mate at the time?
Every morning. Every morning.
That's why y'all hardly ever see this one on the show, because he is off the rocker sometimes.
Yeah, but no, I was just going through life, just enjoying life and working hard and doing what God had me doing at that particular time. I mean, I got to a place in life. Okay, you put it to you like this: you make lust love, right? So you desire to say love someone, be in love with someone, or whatever. But looking was not the priority.
Right.
You see what I mean?
That's what
because for me, I'm at a place. I wanted it to be organic. you know, organic, you know,
Mm-hmm.
let it be organic. And that's what happened. You know, I met Mona Lisa and it was just organic. You know, we just converse, conversation, talk, conversate.
I love it. I love
I
it.
mean, we conversated every day. She hates what I say, conversate. So y'all got to roll with it.
We actually were on the phone for a whole year before we even, you know, really got together.
I'm gonna respect that she has, you know, she has sons. So I said, nah, I'm not coming to Dallas. We better stay on the phone.
So
that's going over your head, homie.
no, he gets it. So you guys.
Well, let me say this. Let me just add to that. I understand that, Gary, because my husband can't even tell you what my bedroom looked like in my house, even today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's key to me.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, that was important, you know, because I knew again that it's the God part, right? It was, of course, it was about respecting who she is or was at that time as a woman, as a lady, but I knew what God was saying to me. If you want this to work, here's some responsibilities that you have.
Yeah.
If you feel that this has the possibility of going to the altar, and I always say that at some point in a person's life, male or female life, that the relationships that you involve yourself in after a certain age, we're not talking about high school, you know, that's, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, crushes and things like that. But after a certain point, and I might be a little more lenient or liberal than some, or might be somewhat restrictive in my number. But 30 or 35, you should get to a life that you shouldn't want to be investing emotions, feelings, and things in a relationship if it does not have the potential to go to the altar. So for me, I surpassed my magical number of just, you know,
playing around.
Yeah, you know, not to say I was a saint, you know, but the reality of it is I saw the potential of it going to the altar. So it was, for me, it was God was, don't you contaminate that. So you do what you have to do to make sure that, and he gave me a benchmark. We met in February and God gave me a benchmark. January.
Yes.
You know, she got all the dates, you know.
January.
But right. So we met in January that year, and God gave me a benchmark of December that same year that a friend of mine was getting married, renewing their vows on a cruise. And I was officiating it. And so I'm thinking, you know, when I got back from Dallas a month or two later, his wife called and was like, hey, we're getting ready for the cruise. We want to take care of the cost of it and everything. Are you going to be going by yourself? Or are you taking someone? So I thought about Mona Lisa and I said, yeah, that would be nice to take on the cruise. Then I said, well, I tell you what, some things, whether I'm working on something or some things are working out, you know. I said, well, let me purchase 2 tickets. I said, but put the other ticket in my niece's name.
Because he wasn't sure.
I said, if this don't work out.
I ain't going. I ain't going. Good morning, Taya. Good morning, Tara.
So that was the benchmark. I knew I could not do anything out of godly character.
Godly character.
You know, that was the benchmark. So it was not a strain, but it was challenging. She was wanting me to come to Dallas. And I said, no, I'm not coming to Dallas.
Now, you guys do a lot of traveling. Would you say that that is something that is an element of your marriage to keep it exciting? You know what I mean? What would you guys say that like maybe a date night every week or every month or something like that? Would you say that's key to you guys' longevity or you guys' fulfillment?
I love date night. I'll take off from work for date night. Yeah. I just enjoy spending time with my wife. I really
That's
do.
it, man.
And,
That's it.
I enjoy, I enjoy the trips, and I look forward. I could be off a whole week and my mind will just tune out work because we're going on a trip. So I love traveling, seeing new places, and being with my wife, just doing things that we like to do. And whether it's in the United States or the UAE, we go. We just
Wow.
spend time. So, what's it?
Well, I'd say I look forward to us traveling because we both work very hard, very hard. So I look forward to unplugging,
Yeah.
not having to really answer my phone, not have to be on my feet, not have to be adhering to any type of schedule. So we make time to go on trips so we can enjoy each other. And also we've call it a honeymoon every year for our anniversary. We go on another honeymoon. So we enjoy that.
I love that. I love
we honeymoon
that.
every year.
When is you guys' honeymoon? I mean, anniversary.
Our anniversary is September 16th.
And whenever
okay.
And whenever we go on a trip for our honeymoon, our annual honeymoon, we try to be wherever we're going to be on that date so that we can be relaxed and doing some of the things that we enjoy doing. Our official honeymoon, we went to Hawaii and just had a wonderful time there. Then Canada, and then COVID hit, and then we went to the mountains.
Yeah. And
this year we're doing a trip. We're trying to bring, some of our friends this time. We're going to the Dominican Republic, and so you guys, hey, it's not too late.
Yes.
Yeah. I can join that party.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For the last couple of years, it's been me a little reluctant about traveling. It's been me about it because I've traveled all the time, but because of constant COVID, I've been a little bit reluctant about traveling. And it's not per se the destination as it is the flight and being, on a plane confined in a close proximity, airports and things like that. But this right here might, you said the Dominican Republic. And when is that you guys are going?
It's in September. I know we will be in our destination on the 16th. I think it's the 14th through the 20th or something like that. But we fly into the Dominican and we'll be there. We have a Facebook group on it's called Hanging with the Holmans through the travel agency, and she set up everything and she can help you get quotes and things like that. And so we just want some of our friends to come and hang out with us. And now that my wife's back, she could probably fill you in on the dates and stuff like that.
Well, hey, trust me, whether on the show, trust me, she's going to feel Mona Lisa here.
Oh, I am. I already told her.
I accept the invite.
True.
Yeah, and then so that, and I think we were just another friend of ours just mentioned to us about a cruise in the Bahamas or something, like another week or two or something like that. Yeah, but so opportunities presents itself. Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of what y'all.
We're going on a cruise.
Go ahead.
24. So it may be the same cruise if y'all can get on. We'll talk about it offline. We're about to go on another cruise on the 24th.
Yeah, because online we'll hold them to the fire.
So y'all gonna be hanging with, we'll be hanging with the
hanging with the
homeless.
homies.
And y'all are messing with the Monroe.
I like it. Messing with the Monroes and
Yeah.
hanging.
That's right. That's right. That's
That's
right.
what doing
That's
this
right.
weekend. We just messing with the Monroes, man. Hanging with the homies, you know.
Oh, it's over. I love that. I love that. You remember your birthday party, girl? We had so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, y'all
You
caught me at my
did.
finals. I put a little show. I did some singing
That was
You did.
fun.
Do y'all have these tapes? Y'all have it on tape?
Somebody probably does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
so
gonna go
much
check
fun.
my
Yeah, 'cause
records.
I want my royalties.
Oh.
I want my royalties.
You know, to me, laughter and joy is key in a marriage. You know, and that was one thing that Gary did for me was laughter. You know, I love to laugh and have a good time. And
Right.
the first time he got me real good because Tammy, I have a laugh that is so loud. Hey, that's private.
Hey, homie, I got it out of her, man. I got it out of her. She couldn't hold it back. And listen. Like I said, I love what I saw when I first saw it.
Oh my gosh.
But when I got that,
Oh
that's
my
when I
God.
fell in love. That's when I fell in love, man, because you know, my three L's are like, lust,
Thank you.
like, and love.
I
You
hear
see what I'm saying? So
Thank you.
the lust part is, of course, her beauty, her physical being, her womanness and ladiness. You lust after that. You know, the like part is who she is, character-wise, just, you know, all of that aspect. But the love part is, I always say for me, what I won't say goal or is, but what I try to bring to her, and that is love the woman in her. All right, yeah, love the woman in her, but make the little girl laugh.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that's sweet.
If you could make the little girl and a woman laugh, brother, you got all the lust in the world.
Let me write that down. Put that in my
You got all
playbook.
the lust in the world, man. All of your lust in
laugh,
your
little
life.
girl.
Yeah, you love that strong woman. You love that boss lady, however y'all want to say.
Absolutely.
But I think the key and the trick, I would say, you got to have some tricks, homie. You got to have some tricks, and the trick is, man, when you can make the little girl and a woman laugh.
Absolutely.
You see what I mean?
That's
And,
really cute. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. You know what, baby? You need to write that down because that's awesome. Holman, what did you say earlier? You know, you quoted T.I., but I was gonna try to save it for Gary because I absolutely love that quote. Say that quote again.
Well, it was from one of his rap songs. It was from one of his earlier rap songs. He said, "The woman that asks for everything gets nothing, but the woman that asks for nothing gets everything."
I got everything.
everything. Listen, you can repeat that again. You can repeat that again. But my saying, and I never heard that lyric before. But my saying was this, and I'll keep it appropriate, right? And that is the woman. Give a woman. It's kind of tricky. You give a woman that you.
Are you trying to clean it up?
Yeah, I try to put it in a way. I'm trying to put it in the way whereas it is understood and is respectful in that sense.
Oh, it's too early in the morning. Go ahead and say it.
It's never. It's always the right time. Never too
Well, go
early,
ahead and
too
say
late.
it.
But yeah, per se say, you give, say if it's a random woman, give it, this is hard now. Give her what you want till you don't want her no more. But you give a real woman or the woman you love everything she wants until she wants for nothing. And you will know the woman for you per se, because the love that you give them will put them in a place whereas they want for nothing. They want for nothing. Their desire is just to be with you. You see what I mean? So it's not about just the material things. So you got a lot of females out there that just want, and no matter what you give them, they will never be satisfied. But to that woman that loves you and you love her, you give her what she wants until she wants no more. And just like you said, Tammy, that you don't want for nothing because you have everything. You see
That's
what I mean?
right.
Now, could you ask for this? Do you desire this? Other things, materialistic things? Yeah, all that. But because you have everything you want, man, you want for nothing, you know? And that's how I try to approach Mona Lisa and make it for her, you know, that she wants for nothing, you know? Gary, you know, Gary, I need a drink of water. She turned around, I have it right there, you know. I said, Motisa. Y'all will catch up with me sooner or later, but that's all right.
I like to tease my wife. I say, "You got you something. You got you something," and she said, "Yeah, I got something. I just don't know what it is I got, but I got something."
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I thank you guys so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. I am going to have a quick break. I'm gonna jump off for one moment, and Gary's gonna hold it down. Yeah, he's gonna hold it down. And this
is shows about the end.
This is gonna be the real show. So I'll be right back, honey. Hold it down. Hold it down, honey.
Yeah. See that I must be
the Gary show.
Yeah. Now let's go. All right, everybody. But again, that has to be love. I mean, because Mona Lisa is turning the show over to me. You know, it has to be love, and this is her baby, so she feels confident enough to say, "Run with it, honey." So what we going to do, y'all?
Well, she also knows that I'm on the show, so she know I'm going to keep you in line in her absence.
You're going to keep me in line. You're going to keep me in line and keep everybody entertained, right? But no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, in talking about some of the questions that people ask about looking for, were we looking for anyone? I would tell women, because this is an adult show, please don't get hung up on sex when you're trying to find someone to spend the rest of your life with. Because if that's the only thing you have in common, you're going to have problems.
Right.
You know, you need someone that you're going to be compatible with in many different ways. My husband had interests that I knew about that I didn't really practice, but being with him, we now develop some of the same interests, and likewise on my side as well. That some interests that I have that he's now interested in.
Right.
So there needs to be a wholeness to relationships for them to have longevity.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. You said a critical word for me, and I've always thought, you know, you've always heard people say compromise. But my word has always been compatibility, because you can compromise, and it's sentimental, it's respectful to compromise. That okay, this time we'll do it your way, but your heart really be in it. You're compromising, but it's about compatibility. I like doing what you like doing, even if it's something I per se don't do. See, that's the compatibility aspect of it for me. I didn't get into reality shows until I married Mona Lisa, and because I can watch CNN, I can watch Sports Channel, I can watch docu-series and things like that every day, all day. And of course, Mona Lisa, she likes live television shows, reality shows, series, and things like that, drama. So for me to have that quality time, I'm compatible. Hey, man, I mean, it's not to be archaic or cliche, but if you like it, I love it. That's where the compatibility part for me comes in. I'm not just compromising, say, well, I'm going to do it because you want to do it, but I may not be there in it. You follow me?
Mhm.
But when I'm compatible, I'm not only doing it, but I'm there with you. I'm in that place. I see Miss Tanya Hall has some comments here. She said, "Y'all remember this? Oh. I guess it's a song. Oh, send her your love with a dozen roses. Make sure that she knows it with a flower from your heart. Show him your love. Don't hold back your feelings. You don't need a reason when it's," and I moved up, "straight from the heart." Right. So again, it's about you sending her, as was alluded here, doing things genuinely from the heart
Mhm.
for one another, with one another, and it's those small things, it's not just the big things or the
Right.
big thing that you're trying to do. It's the small gesture.
Yes.
You have a
And,
lot of
and
small gestures, Holman.
well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, she'll start watching something on Netflix, that's to say, and I may not be into
Mhm.
it, and then I'm like, oh, what did they say? And then I start
Right,
watching with her, and I'm genuinely interested in what she's watching, and
Mhm.
and my time with her, is just valuable to me. It's my time, spending my time with her is valuable.
Right,
I'd rather be with
right,
her all day, every day, she could just be in
right,
the house because she works from home. So her being in the house and me being in the house, I'm okay. You know,
right, right,
but just the quality time and us being able to talk and just watch TV, to go for a ride, to look at houses,
Yeah,
look
because
at
we're business
yeah,
partners as well.
yeah,
So we're
right.
intertwined on many levels.
absolutely. So I respect, I
Yeah,
respect.
right. Uh-huh.
No, you could go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, it's I don't know if we're getting some static here in the program here, but like you said, I love spending time with them. And some people would call it alone time. But it's not that, okay, I need alone time or I'm giving you alone time because we need to be apart from one another. For me, again, part of my joy is providing platforms for Mona Lisa to flourish. So when one think of alone time per se, these are just opportunities that away from me, you as a woman have opportunity to flourish. Something a lot of times, it's business because hey, she's business savvy and has a lot of things going on. But I don't care if it's going to get your nails done, going here, mani pedi and all of that type of stuff. For me, and I guess it's going back to one of those questions I think she asked in one of her early shows. In marriage, people always ask. Being a minister, you hear people give their laundry list of what they want in a mate. A woman would say, "Hey, I need a man. This, that, and the other." God says, "Hey, I need a woman. This, so on and so forth." But my question has always been not what type of husband you always wanted, but what type of wife you always wanted to be. Because see, that's where I find my happiness at. I always wanted to be the type of husband that I saw my father was to my mother, you know? And so that's where my happiness and joy comes in, that I have a wife that allows me to be the type of husband I always wanted to be to her, to my wife. And for me, a great portion of that is I want to provide as many platforms as possible for you to flourish. You see what I mean? That you can have a platform for your growth and development, for your success, goals, and achievements. Because listen, on a laughable note, I always say, dog, I'm gonna shine. You better shine, because I'm gonna glow. You know, and Mona Lisa has a brilliant personality. You know, for me, I needed that person with a brilliant and bright and refulgent personality, and she brings that to the table. Would y'all agree?
I would. That's very accurate.
Yeah. So we got some good advice for both women and men. Miracle Gabriel says, let me see if it's relevant to what we are discussing here. Was diagnosed of cancer in 2016, and I have tried all I can to get cured, but all to no avail, until I saw a post in a health forum about a herbalist man who prepared herbal medication to cure all kinds of diseases and cancers. When I contacted herbalist by email,
Sounds like
cancer
spam.
Yeah.
That sounds like spam.
Sounds like what?
Spam.
Okay.
A spam comment.
Yeah, spam comment. So we're not going to engage with a spam comment. And you know, but I would say this right here. I like spam.
Yeah.
And, you know,
keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real, man. Because, and listen, we had a bet who could cook breakfast the best. You know, who makes the best breakfast? Oh, you know, she was like, I had 4 boys. You know, I know how. I'm like, dog, listen, my mom was a caterer. I know you all of that, but oh boy, know how to cook some breakfast. Do you ever challenge Miss Tammy in the kitchen? Because we know Miss Tammy can burn. But see, have you ever go onto her playing field and say, I'm gonna challenge you?
No. No, I stay in my lane.
No, you leave that alone there. Hey, look, he said, hey, bro, I'm not messing up a good thing. I know where. Yes, man, that's all good. But you know, that's the cool part about it. And I like what you just said, staying in your lane. And we know, it's cliche in the sense where we say, hey, man, I'm staying in my lane. But in this modern progressive world of men, women, relationship, love, or whatever, do you think that there are quote unquote staying in your lane or traditional roles in a marriage? Because a lot of, in this new age relationship and marriage, people feel that, oh, there are no roles, there shouldn't be any what they call them, identified roles or whatever. What do you think about staying in your lane in aspect of there being roles to be played in the relationship? What do y'all think about that?
Go ahead.
I see, for me, I just feel like something as simple as the trash. You know, I don't, you know, there are times when I'm in a hurry and I forget to take the trash out to the curb. But then I don't want my wife to take it out to the curb.
Exactly.
I don't want her to.
Right.
So, you know, so I may say just leave it. We'll get it next week. Right. But if it's too much, then, you know, of course. But I don't think my wife should be washing her own car. I don't think she should.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
I don't think she should cut the grass. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
so those type things, I feel like are my responsibilities. So
Right.
we kind of say that you take care of the outside, I take care of the inside.
Right.
But on very rare, and I mean very rare occasions, I may fold some clothes.
Very rare.
Right.
Very,
Right.
very rare.
Mhm.
I may fold some clothes. But we have found our balance, and we try to,
Right.
she washes the clothes and do the things that
Mhm.
my mother and grandmother, things that they've done, and I try to do the
Right.
things that
Right. Right.
father
Yeah,
done.
right. And funny enough, you find a sense of joy if I had to put it in this fulfilling that role for that other person, or you find a sense of joy in providing quote unquote that service for the other person. It may not even be for you, but as you alluded to, I don't want to see Mona Lisa mowing the lawn. I don't care to see you outside washing the car. I mean, you out there, you fun and whatever. We outside and it's a sunny day and we laughing and joking. We out there,
Right.
one thing, but these are things, as you alluded to, that are roles that are being fulfilled. Now, if the trash needs taken out and I'm not there, of course she'll take it out, in that respect, or she'll just remind me, honey, the trash needs taken out. Now I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, you take it out,
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, again, man, I'm with you 100% in that. It's a blessing, like you said, as modern and contemporary as Mona Lisa is. She has some serious traditional, habits and hobbies and characteristics as a woman. She has a beautiful mother, grounded mother, and she has same thing, beautiful sisters, and they're all they're all professional and progressive women, but they're very traditional, like you stated. Like, I'm just blessed that whatever I need, I just reach for it in my house. You follow me? That, and if it's not there, my first action is Mona Lisa or dog. I say dog, but that's because I know that she's a woman that handles hers, if I may say. So yeah, I believe that while there are roles we feel roles. You follow me?
Mhm.
Okay.
We still feel roles. There are roles that we fulfill. We stay in our lane. But then there are some things like when you get to a place in life, uh, man, if it's a dish in the sink, if I'm there, I don't care about washing that dish in the sink. I'm just gonna wash the dish. You know what I mean? If I'm home or something or what like that, and I look, which is rarely something is out of place, I'll be like, hey, I'm just gonna sweep this up right here, vacuum or whatever it may be. I have no problem of fulfilling a role that's quote unquote not per se not my role to fulfill. What do y'all say about that? And fulfilling roles outside of your role.
I feel you should step in where you see a need. If one needs help with something,
Right.
or we're busy, or anything of that nature, if there's something, a gap needs to be filled, to try to fill it for each other.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's it. Because fulfilling that need for that person, you're actually fulfilling your needs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As Holman just alluded to, he likes spending time with you, right? So, you have, let's just say a scenario, you haven't come in yet, and not the case, but the sink is full up with dishes and da 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 da. Now I want to spend time with you. I love spending time with you. But then there's a sink full of dishes. This needs done, that needs done. Well, guess what? It benefits you, whether you're male or female, because I want to spend some time with my love this evening. So I'm going to have all this stuff already done out of the way. You know what I mean? So now you can be the recipient of your wife or your husband coming in and y'all just enjoying the evening together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. So I it has to get to that point, or it should be from the outset, where you just, as husband and wife, just fulfilling a need, fulfilling
Right.
yours need. Are we doing good here?
Yeah.
I
Well,
see you
Gary,
laughing, home.
Gary, let me say this. And I just found
Yeah,
this so funny about dishes in the sink and so on. And so, of course, my wife, bakes and things like that. And so there'll be dishes sometimes in the sink. And so I'll try to load the dishwasher, but it's like I don't ever load it right. So she just ends up reloading it anyway. So I just say, oh, I just don't do it. You know what I mean? Like that part of it. Because I'll try to load it and then like, but no, you can do it like this way. And, so she has her own way and she can get more dishes in there than I can. And they, I just can't get them in there the way she does. So I just don't even bother with the dishwasher. About the only thing that I operate consistently in the kitchen is the microwave and the refrigerator, and then I'm out of there.
So you the master of the microwave, eh?
Master of the microwave.
Yeah. Hey, man. And see, listen, your wife is a professional culinary arts master. Yeah. I mean, hey, she can burn. So I would be staying out of her way as well, man, too, in the kitchen.
And I prefer him to be.
And what? Say that again.
I said I prefer for him to be out of the way. I don't even want him in the kitchen under no circumstances.
Oh, you prefer?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah. You prefer him to be. Watch me now. I'm gonna throw a curveball here now. You prefer him to be out of the kitchen while you're cooking, doing your thing, right? But you don't mind him walking in there. What's up, baby? How you doing? Everything all right?
It depends on what I'm doing because I get distracted.
Hey, homie, every now and then, you just gotta walk by me, what's up, baby girl?
Yeah, and I do that quite often. So sometimes I get in trouble.
Talk on the vine or something.
Yeah, but then I'll forget to put an ingredient in or miss a step.
Well,
and
I'm
I'm
to
like,
show you how to do it, man. It's weird.
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm under time constraints. So.
Well, yeah. See, you say, well, that I'm the ingredient that you're missing. But yeah, man, and so yeah, but you got to have. We all, we like to PDA, but opposed to being public display of affections, that private display of affection, whereas I'm a how would you want to call it? I don't know, touchy person or whatever. I don't mind. I'm comfortable in sharing my affection.
Right.
Whether it's a kiss on the cheek, kiss on the forehead,
Right.
A pat here and there. What do you all think about shared affection like that? What do you all think about that? And is that part of your natural engagement?
Always,
one
even
another?
when we eat at restaurants, we don't sit across from each other. We sit next to each other.
Right.
We try to hold hands when we're out. We're always making some type of contact.
Right.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Well, I'm inviting Mona Lisa back on my show, y'all. Wait a minute, I'm gonna bring you in. Wait a minute, y'all. Just wait a minute. I'm gonna bring you in. Come on here, taking over my show. Okay, so I know you say, Tammy, y'all two have to sit one. Y'all like to sit apart. By one another.
Yes.
I got to sit across from Mona Lisa, boy, because if I don't sit across from her, Something might happen in the restaurant.
Oh my God. All right. So the morning show is an hour, and my favorite couple has taken it past that. I thank y'all so much.
That's because.
I love it. I love it. I
That's
love
because.
it. Tammy and Mr. Holman, Shannon, thank you guys so much for
See
being
how-
a couple on
See
the
how
show.
her numbers went up? Look at that.
Yeah.
We got
Numbers are on fire.
5,000 views. That's because of Big Money Grip. That's because of Money Grip. Hey, Holman. You know,
Yes,
her
sir.
show.
I'm sitting there telling him that the show is an hour and he's still going.
And that's how I do, man. I go the extra mile. Listen, Holman. You know, her knee is Mona Lisa Cash, right? You know, they used to call me Money back in the day. People that close to me, they still call me Money. So this is it's been nice today being on this Valentine Love Show with Money and Cash.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So
You like that.
thank you guys again for coming
as
on.
my boy, my
Absolutely.
minister, Lady
Thank
Gillis, say that
you.
just come off the dome. That comes off the dome like that. Right?
Love is series. Thank you guys. We're going to take you back.
Thank you for having
We're
me.
going to have you back on the show, especially after the trip. So when y'all get back,
We might do a show on the trip,
we might do a show on the trip if they have internet.
hanging with
Okay.
the Homans.
Hanging with the Holmans, messing
right.
with the Monroes.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Thank you guys.
Right.
Y'all
Thank you.
Have a good day today, okay?
All
Thank you,
righty.
too.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Wow, what a show. So we did a tag team this morning. I know y'all wasn't ready for that,
Yeah.
but we did a tag team. Love is series for the month of February. Thank you for tuning into the show. And I'm going to
Yeah.
go through all the comments. Looks like you guys set the internet on fire.
Yeah.
So
I do that. Yeah, I do that. You know.
thank you guys for
Thank
tuning
you,
in to
lady.
the show, and continue to check us out, because tonight, this evening, we're having another couple
Ooh.
to talk about the Love Is series. So we
Love
will
Is.
see you soon. Take care.
Uh-oh.
And Gary, my hubby, what do you say to everybody before we close out?
Love, peace, and soul satisfaction.
Oh, I know that's right. You guys take care. Have a good
Yeah.
one. Bye.